Hello drivers, welcome back to another look at the Crew Motorfest. Season 6 is here, bringing a fresh wave of content, new challenges and exciting improvements to the festival. Let's break down this batch of new content. First off, let's talk about the visual and environmental enhancements coming to the game. While Maui was introduced in a previous update, Season 6 focuses on polishing the island with new details, refining textures, lighting, and adding small environmental touches to make the world feel more immersive than ever. From improved vegetation to better reflections and atmosphere, the festival is looking sharper than ever. But that's not all. Season 6 introduced 2 brand new playlists that highlight the rest of car culture, including some extreme multi-vehicle races featuring Red Bull machines. Think Formula 1, rallycross, motocross and even air races, all packed into a single experience where you get to push different vehicle types to their limits. That is what we are going to play during the second part of this video. And let's not forget one cool addition, Motorfest, the podcast, is launching as an in-game integration. Hosted by Becky Evans, also known as Queen Bee, this series will feature interviews with professional racers, motorsport legends, and content creators. It's a cool way to learn more about car culture while driving through a while, and it adds another layer of immersion to the game. On the competitive side, PvP is getting a major update with Grand Race receiving significant refinements to improve participation, replayability and overall experience. These include weekly team Grand Races offering unique race setups every week and boosted Grand Race with increased XP and bucks rewards. Additionally, no collision events will be introduced as a regular weekly feature, ensuring clean racing experience and less first-turn chaos madness. New weather conditions will now rotate into grand races, adding variety to each session. Unfortunately, Demolition Royale, my favorite PvP mode, has not received any updates despite still needing refinements, something I discussed in another video. Hopefully, future update will bring the improvement it deserves. Among the major improvements in this update, traffic has been adjusted during Summit Feats. After many community requests, there will be no longer traffic during feats in the Summit context, allowing for smoother and more competitive runs. Traffic will remain in other game modes and feats outside of the Summit. So, buckle up, because we are about to put all these updates to the test. Let's hit the road and see how Season 6 plays out in real time. Whoopsie!
I'll be commentating on what you see, and don't blink because things are going to happen fast.
So I'm playing with the intermediate handling option, so not the easiest, not the hardest. We will see how it goes.
Drivers are entering a tunnel for the first time.
They are saying way too many times driver, which triggers my OCD about Ubisoft and a new driver video game,
Now
please.
they have to adapt their driving to the tarmac.
Okay, let's change the view. I
In my last
prefer this
podcast,
one, but
Jimmy Hunter
let's
explained
do
how essential it
cockpit
is to
view.
gain enough speed, keep the nose up, and land flat for a successful jump.
Which is a good cockpit view. I already said that before. They did not change it, but the feels are good. And McNally made a video about a comparison with Driver San Francisco, which is of course better in Driver San Francisco, but it was more about the car chase and the thrill of the chase in Driver San Francisco. So the end were moving,
We have dirt
but
legend
it
on
works
the
as well
I see
in
that
the Crew
Audi
Motorfest.
S1 EKS RX Quattro, the 2016 world champion, has started in first position. But the big surprise, undoubtedly. the
And in
Ford
fact, in
Coupe
Driver San
by
Francisco,
Pirelli
you
that
have a
ran
bit
to
of
first in the
dirt
Ford
tracks,
rally
but
car.
they are very narrow. Yeah. But it works as well if you played Driver San Francisco. You know what type of dares or activities I'm talking about. All right.
Last round, boys and girls.
All right, let's go back to the view. I always like to have a view that is further away from the vehicle I'm driving, so you can see more of the tracks and the hazards on the side. So yeah, but I'm not talking about the new content beside the playlist, of course, but I think I will make an introduction where I will discuss the changes, but there was also some quality of life updates. So you have visuals updates, you have new playlists, new content, new vehicles, which is a lot about Red Bull, but you also have quality of life updates. For example, when you do feats, there is no more traffic, which was a big source of frustration since I won since the traffic was random. So a bit unfair, but it was fixed. Finally, after 1 year and a half. So it is not my regular skin since we are playing on a public test server. Otherwise I will be more John Tanner alike. Alright, so... And of course the leaderboards are not the public ones, and also it's not available yet, so we are only playing with the other Ubisoft creators, which are maybe much better than me. Okay. I'm not sure a Formula 1 car can do that. Your turn. Welcome to Choose Your Ride. Choose your vehicle. Each vehicle has its own path. Try every vehicle category. Okay. I was expecting it to change during the race, because they like to do that. It's a bit like the shift race in Driver San Francisco. Of course, as always, a big source of inspiration for the rest of the Ubisoft games. Since I've played the first event with this car, let's try bike, and the track is different than if I had choose the car.
You're witnessing a real speed clash. The first one to the finish is the winner.
So I guess that if I have selected the car, I will have the bike as an opponent, because I am a game designer, and that is not an obvious conclusion. Anyway, I don't remember how to drive this bike, but yes, so you see that I have a different track.
The KTM definitely has the advantage of airtime. She's much better at jumping, but the Puma can deal with asphalt and is more reliable on straights.
Okay.
Both have their strong points. Which one will exploit theirs best?
So there is no lap this time, it's more a long track, but I'm past third now.
Similar to the vehicle, dirt requires reflexes.
Oops. So yeah, the props physique still not that good in the Crew Motorfest. So that's one thing they did not improve from the Crew 1 and 2s, because they don't have weight, you know. Oops. So you hit them and they just fly around, and you have no collision penalties, or at least not enough for the amount of props I hit. So let's try to win this one. Don't know, the boost is a bit weird. I don't know how to use it. Checkpoint, checkpoint, checkpoint. It's almost over. I don't know where is the car. I guess I'm in front. I hope so. Yes.
And the KTM wins.
So I won and I beat the time. Excellent. So this time we will see the leaderboard, but I believe I will not be in a good position. So leaderboard. Well, 22. But out of 43, so I'm half. And the best time... Yeah, oh yeah, so best time is 20 seconds better than me. And the worst time is... It's just the limit, the time limit. So yeah. But I guess that I have no friends in the Ubisoft Creators Program, so I can only check the global playlist leaderboard.
Like a jet.
So maybe we will try to play PvP. I don't know if it's possible, but since please stop talking. Yes, perfect. So a podcast, I think, is a great addition, but not when you are doing content creation and with voiceover and commentary. So I was saying that we will try PvP because since the game is telling me that there is a new Grand Race event, maybe it's enabled in the public test server, but I don't know if there will be enough people to try one. But in terms of new location, you can see that it is a really pretty game, especially at night with all the lights. Of course, the Red Bull logo, and you have also a camera mode, but I'm not an expert in that kind of creation, so I will let it to the expert, and we will see if we can do PvP. Grand Race. Yes. So since we were only 43 for the playlist event, I'm afraid that there will not be enough people playing. So we will wait a bit. Alright, so I waited around 5 minutes, but as I was afraid, there is not enough player in the public test server, especially I'm playing at around midnight. Yes, we should continue, driver. But Grand Race is interesting because they've made also updates there with no collision modifiers. So sometimes you will not have collision, and even though it's funny, the first turn, madness, is kinda annoying sometimes, so why not try with no collision? Yeah, so fast travel because it was way too long with the plane. And now how to... Okay. So we are playing on asphalt, but it's a time attack with a bike. That's how we will end this video.
Back to the podcast studio.
Yes. Yes. Podcast. Yes. Okay, so let's try to beat this time.
This event can seem simple, but it's crucial for our driver. A time attack to test whether the driver can handle the next clash of
Driver. I'm behind the ghost. That's not good. But my turn was not good at all. I think I'm like missing one of the button. Like if I want to drift, maybe I'm not using the right button. Okay, so not
The
circle.
glass bend is undoubtedly a playground.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh
and
yes.
No lie,
Wow.
definitely not safe.
Indeed, we are not safe here. So I was hoping to beat the ghost by a fair time, but apparently no, because after one lap it's very close.
The RC60
But now
is
I
a
know the
little
track
marvel.
should be
We had to wait till
much
2017 to
better.
see the RB KTM factory join the
Or not.
competition.
Now I
The
found
drivers
the
won
drift
everything
button
in other
again.
competitions, so it was time to see them take on moto racing.
But I'm not sure you should drift in time attack, so let's just focus. And using the visual indication. So let's back to the danger. Whoop, 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 whoop. And now a big straight line for completing the second lap. Ghost is a bit further away, but I need to not miss my turn, or it is much better. The secret was to brake at the right time, so you can take your turn. So of course, as always, my complaint is that it is a great game. If you like Forza Horizon, you will like the Crew Motorfest. But if you like car chases, well, they did introduce a new game mode where you can challenge other drivers, but it is not part of this season new content, but the previous season. And it's still not like in driver. So my complaint is Ubisoft, you can make driver and the crew games at the same time. It's not one or the other, you can do both. And there is an audience for both, but well, I diverge and I won.
Now our driver can either play it safe and keep this vehicle, or roll the dice with something unknown. It's an agonizing decision.
Alright, so I'm not sure I will be, I'm in the bottom of the leaderboards. Not my best. Next event will also be a clash between two different categories of cars, but that will be for you to try out. I hope you like this showcase video, and thanks again to Ubisoft for allowing me to play the game in early access, so this video can be published right when the season is available. And thanks to my drivers for supporting the channel: DriverDimension.com, French Contact, Neurosins, Paul Lanois, Olanov, Denis Frontier, Ponyac, Mut, and David Autosport. I hope I'm not missing anyone there, but if you want to join the Redriver Club and get access to exclusive emojis, sometimes exclusive videos or early access to videos, and be thanked at the end of my video, click on the blue join button below the video. And in any case, see you soon, drivers!